Half a day, everyone. My name is Joanne Chargloff. Today, we are going to look at Think Central. We will focus on the program assessment component of Think Central. First, we want to log into Think Central. So we are brought here to our home page, and here it shows Go Math. We want to be under Journeys. So click here. Then we want to choose the grade level you teach, and today I'll choose 4th grade. There are 2 ways you can access the program assessment. First, you may find it right along this bar here. You can scroll to the right, and the green tile will show you program assessment. So here is one way you can access the assessments. The other way is under the resource page. So you want to click here, and then you want to filter to reading, the grade level you teach. Oops, we want to change that to English. And Journeys program. And then just scroll down, and you want to look for a green tile, and below that green tile we'll have the program assessment. So here is the HMH1 assessment. We're looking for the program assessment. So you want to scroll down further, and here it is. So since we're on this page, let's go to the program assessment. Now we are given a list of assessments that teachers can potentially give to their students. So today we will focus on the weekly tests, the standards-based weekly tests, and code reads. The weekly test and standards-based tests differ. In the weekly test, teachers can assess their students' progress on the skills and vocabulary taught for that week. You can view the online version and you can view the PDF version. These tests will go along with whatever text used for that week. In the standards-based test, these tests align with the content presented in Journeys. It allows for teachers to assess their students' reading and writing skills, and it aligns with the same skills and strategies taught for that week, but using a different text. You can view it, the online version, and you can view the PDF version. So let's take a look at how those tests look like. So here in the standards-based assessments, you have 2 parts. You've got the reading section, which tests the students' reading comprehension and vocabulary. And in the writing, it tests their grammar, spelling, and writing skills. So it starts with a passage. Then the reading questions. Then the writing. Another test that teachers can use to gather data is code reads. Cold reads give teachers some data on students' level of reading. If you haven't given a cold read, there are directions you can use to follow. Here they give you, there are 30 different passages to choose from. You are given the number of words so you can keep a running record, then followed by like 5 to 6 questions. And this part, it also assesses their comprehension. So not only do we want to test on fluency, we also want to test our students' comprehension. These are short assessments that take about 2 to 5 minutes. Now, going back to the weekly test, if you wanted to push these tests out to your students, you will need to go back to the home page and access it in the browser feature. And I will show you how to do that. Wanted to push out an assessment to your students, you would access it here in Think Central's homepage under the Browse feature. Click on Browse. Scroll down to the grade level that you teach. Click on Program Structure. Choose the unit you are teaching for that week. Maybe it's lesson 6 you are teaching. And usually we test our students at the end of the week. So we'll go to day 5 and we have the assessment here. Now, if you wanted to view the test questions before you push them out, you can click here and view them. Okay. You'll have 4 sections of the test: vocabulary, comprehension, decoding, and grammar. If you click on the arrow button here, it'll expand the questions so that you can view and read what questions they are asking. And maybe you only want to test on vocabulary or vocabulary and comprehension, or just comprehension. So you've got these questions to view before you push them out. Okay. Now, to assign those questions, you would go to Assign. And here you would name the assessment, give student instruction, select a class. In this case, you will not see a class that I could select because I am not, I don't have students or classes registered on my account. But when you do select a class, you will see that students are listed here, where you can choose individual students to assign or push out the assessments, or you can push it out to the entire group, and so you would click Add All. But if you're highlighting individual students, you would just click on Add. So you highlight the student's name and then click on Add. And those students will appear here on this side of the box. And then you've got dates to fill out. Now, if you choose not to test all parts of the assessment, you can select which questions you want to filter out. So you may want to assess only vocabulary or a combination of vocabulary and comprehension. And then if that's the case, you will click on the check mark here where decoding is at, and that'll filter all the decoding questions. And also with grammar, if you are not going to assess grammar, you can filter that out by clicking there. But if you want to add some grammar questions, click that back on and then just filter and pick and choose which questions you'd like to include in your assessment. And if you want to view it again, you can view here quickly and make your decision on what questions you'd like to include on the assessment. And if that's the choice you like, then you can filter the rest out. So these are the ones that a blue check mark indicates that it'll be part of the question, and when you uncheck it, then it filters it out like so. And then of course you want to save those choices, and that has been selected for you. And when you have students here selected and all your dates are set up, the save button will appear and you will click on it to save it, and then you're all set up.